with a little music. Today's theme is to be asked. We are focusing on the timeline of love, where we are being asked to show up and travel hopefully. Back into your highest light. Shine it on your fears. The world is asking us to choose what matters. Love is a discipline. Lean back into your highest light. Staying undefended is the ultimate power. Travel hopefully, listening to the marvelous understanding of our heart, of your heart, of my heart. Welcome to Shelter and Grace, a sound meditation for a pandemic and beyond. It's brought to you by myself, Reverend Eleesabeth Hager, and San Francisco Unity. Here we shelter together in place, most mornings, Wednesday through Sunday, in our own homes, alone but not alone, to pause together, because meditation helps us pause. Prayer helps us pause. Pausing between our reaction and our response, between the world and our activation about it, and our highest intention acting into the world, between feeling it and speaking it, pausing, so that we can show up in love. That's what the pause means to me. And we practice here is both prayer and meditation as one thing. It is a conversation with the holy, and welcome to it. Here we drop down to our inner sanctums, to the kingdom of God within, source, peace, home, spirit. We go there together. Our practice is to listen better to that inner wisdom, that still small voice, and then speaking it into the world. Because the world needs my voice. The world needs your voice. Traveling to Houston, hanging out in Bolinas, sitting in your living room. The world needs your voice now. From here, from this wisdom where nothing is broken. We should never, ever doubt the legacy of that in the moment. We don't know what a spoken word in the right place from the heart can change someone's life. Random acts of kindness and senseless acts of beauty. Do that today. Our practice here is to use it all, making none of it wrong. Suspending judgment of our thoughts and ourselves. We use spirit and wisdom. We're going to be talking about in an ongoing dialogue in the San Francisco Unity book study of the Untethered Soul. We're going to be touching quickly on chapter 14, which is about what is solid in life, what isn't. No poems today, to my knowledge. Something might occur to me, but ancient wisdom, current wisdom, sound. You just heard the Moyo drum. These are wind chimes from the Pyrenees Mountains. And a singing bell from India that will take us down. Why do we use sound? Because sound, we are vibration. And sometimes it's easier to get deeper, to get under the words when we listen better to beautiful sounds. And it also, when we're deeper and higher, when we're dropping down from our heads to our hearts and into that higher place of love, we can see better opportunities in change and in this pandemic. And as we're gradually moving out of the pandemic, we need to see clearly our way, the wisdom and the love. The salons this week are all week. You can get them, you can check them out on the San Francisco Unity website. Feel free to sit in on one, even if you haven't read the chapter. It's really interesting. So we'll do the reading, a little talking about chapter 14, about false solidity. We'll set an intention, and then we'll begin the meditation. So what is steady in the world of change? What is steady in this world of change of what is? Michael Singer continues in the previous chapters of parsing our embedded stories or samsaras from the perspective of the observer or the witness, or what other people, myself, might call it love, from the perspective of love. He continues building a case for choosing better, choosing differently in the moment, from that higher perspective. But in this chapter, he talks about clinging to the stories because we are afraid. And he reminds us that fear is a small model and makes for a small life. His continued antidote to fear is to relaxing into it and to keeping our heart open. If you want to go beyond the model, he says, you have to take the risk of not believing in it. And that model is the model of our world, our stories about ourselves and about others. if you really want to see why you do things, then don't do them. See what happens. What happens is we usually hit an edge. And his point is edges are our best guidance. So what is steady in this world of change and of what is? I want you to be steady enough so that I can predict your behaviors, so that you don't disturb my model of my world. It is a protective shield and insulation, but it's false. So in this chapter, he says that we all want anybody else in the world to be steady enough to predict your behavior, so you don't disturb my stories about what is right and true in the world. But we all put on facades. We all are layered beings. We have a work facade and a church facade and a family facade and a going back to Thanksgiving dinner facade and partner facade. And society has some very rigid ideas about what is acceptable and what is not. How to sit, how to walk, how to dress. And when we don't do that, what they want us to do, we have some programmed responses about what to do with it. When we don't follow the rules, these stories, these facades, and act according to what society says, we are judged, we're punished, and we're rejected. I do it to me. This is all Michael Singer, but it's true. I do it to me. I judge and punish and reject parts of me that I don't feel are worthy or acceptable or whatever. And I do it to you too. And that makes you the other. That makes you other than me. And that's a separation. And it makes racism, makes classism, sexism, ageism. Why are we doing it? Why are we withholding our love? Why are we closing our hearts? He makes some very interesting questions in this chapter. Am I really trying to make you better by withholding my love from you? I mean, it's kind of knuckleheaded. It's kind of like that doesn't help anybody, really, when you think about it. Let's see. Rather than listening to the difference, like Apple's slogan, right? Think differently. I try to make you differently by withholding something from you and making you the other. But facades sometimes need disturbing, was Michael Singer's point, and I agree. But maybe it's evolution here. I am reminded that the best fish does not evolve. Let me say that again. The best fish doesn't evolve. It sits on top of its watery food chain and does not decide to breathe air. Singer ends the chapter by speaking hopefully. He says, getting to the other side of this turmoil of false solidities, we use the perspective of the witness. And he sets up the next chapter, which is about choosing peace and choosing happiness. It's a process. It's a practice. It's a choice to continually shine light on that which comes up, that which scares us. But the hopeful thing here is that this process is not a circle. It may look like a circle, we're right back where we started, but it's a spiral. We are constantly changing. We're constantly improving. So let's hold the intention today of staying open to what is uncomfortable, to the fear. Staying open to what is, staying undefended is the ultimate power. Exploring our edges is evolution, and traveling hopefully with love as our guide. Let's hold that as our intention. And we begin. We focus on love as the timeline. traveling hopefully, showing up as our highest self right now. And we begin. First breath of gratitude. Breathe it in through the heart. Breathe it in. Let it light you up. And exhale all that is not yours to do in the next 20 minutes. Let's take another breath. Whatever place is full of dis-ease in you, breathe in ease. Send it to any of those places that need extra attention today. And exhale. Focusing on the timeline of love, we are being asked to show up and travel hopefully. Lean back into your highest light. Shine it on your fears. The world is asking you to choose what matters. Love is a discipline. The world is asking us to choose what matters. Lean back into your highest light. Staying undefended is the ultimate power. Travel hopefully, listening to the marvelous understanding of your heart. We remember this place that has always been ours, this place to be had simply by breathing, by listening, by dropping down, this place of the highest understanding. This place where we can be undefended and loved. This place of love. We remember this place. I'm going to end with a Hafez poem. It's called Hole in the Flute. I am a hole in the flute that the Christ's breath moves through. Listen to this music. Thank you so much for joining me, Reverend Eleesabeth. I'm here Wednesday through Sunday doing a sound meditation for a pandemic of love and happiness. Have a lovely day.